WBO. How are you?
Hey, good, Gustavo. Come on.
Something quick?
Yeah, real quick.
This is my first time.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Like the podcast.
Just make sure you speak in the
right
on the mic. Okay. All right, man. Take a quick second. Introduce yourself. You're with a WBO.
Yes. Okay. Hi, gentlemen. My name is Gustavo Olivieri. I'm from Puerto Rico.
Hey, Gustavo.
I work as an in-house counsel lawyer for the WBO. I'm here tonight. I was here tonight supervising this great NABO light heavyweight title fight between Mr. Lopez and Thuran, the Colombian kid.
So what do you think about Texas and Houston?
It's my first time in Houston.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been in Laredo, and I've been in Fort Worth, and other WBO fights. And originally when I came here on Thursday, I felt like, wow, I'm like in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. But the people have been very kind. It's been thus far an incredible experience.
Right.
Looking forward to come back.
Houston is the fourth largest city in the country. It should be taking over number 3 here soon. It's LA. I mean, it's New York, LA, Chicago, and then Houston. And Houston has a huge boxing fan base.
Yeah.
Houston loves fighting. We support our local boxers. We have a lot of up-and-coming talent.
Outstanding amateur programs everywhere throughout the city.
Great coaching staffs all across the city, man. And Coach and I, we're trying to be part of the movement to bring more attention to boxing, more national attention, spotlighting local fighters in the boxing scene. What do you see happening in the next 5 years?
Basically, from the feedback from this card, I told Mr. Felix Ramirez and the Alfonso Lopez team is very grassroots, very local fighters fighting each other. That's very cool. In fact, now in Puerto Rico, we're having boxing cards on a monthly basis. There's a boxing promoter. It's called PR Best Boxing. We used to promote Miguel Cotto, Ivan Calderon, Juanma Lopez, a lot of world champions, former WBO champions. And he's trying to develop like a local concept within a specific municipality, like a city, called Trujillo Alto. And he's putting up matches between fighters, whether from that hometown or nearby hometown. So you got, that's my neighbor fighting. That's the guy who works at the factory, and it creates like a different vibe.
Right.
And
very cool.
And
I agree. I think that we do need to work together to bridge that gap from the big companies and what's going on the local scene.
Absolutely.
To bring these stories, to make it to, like my coach likes to say, make these boxers real people.
Yeah.
Because they are. I mean, they're out here fighting, laying it all down on the line, and they deserve the recognition and the opportunity.
In fact, in Puerto Rico, in this particular card, the promoter made an arrangement with the correctional facility, the local correctional facility. They have a boxing program in order to support inmates. And there was one inmate that was brought to the card.
Come on.
Yeah. In order, to foster rehab and all that stuff. And the kid performed well, and he was brought in the second and the third. He recently came out of jail, and he's coming like every month fighting. Or maybe every 2 or 3 months fighting.
So you as a representative of the WBO, are you guys? What kind of programs is there a program in place for local or for the local scene? Like when you guys are sitting down in your corporate meetings and you're talking about these type of opportunities, do you guys have something in place where you can say, hey, we need to start something in Houston that's going to bring in a bigger, because ultimately it's about the fan base, right?
Yeah.
And we want to be able to connect that fan base to translate that fan base into ticket sales, right? I mean, that's what we want to do.
Absolutely. But basically, the WBO, to be specifically clear, we're a non-profit institution.
Okay.
And basically, all of our income we use it for nonprofit purposes. We have, for example, a WBO Kids Drug-Free program.
Oh, okay.
So we go to different municipalities within the country and overseas also, Europe, Thailand, Japan, United States. We also adopt gymnasiums.
Oh, okay.
For example, we take gymnasiums from a specific city that was affected by Hurricane Maria, for instance.
Right.
And we completely remodel it with all WBO gear.
Oh, wow.
Gloves, the ring, the heavy bag, speed bag. We also make donations to sports schools.
Okay.
For example, Carlos Beltran, Houston player, former Houston player, he has a baseball academy.
Right.
So we work collectively with his baseball academy, and we sponsor scholarships.
Nice. So
and all those activities.
Real quickly, I know we gotta go.
No worries.
Real quickly, how can someone get more information? They go to your website.
Okay, our official website is WBOboxing.com. We have its open books, very transparent. We have all the information, ratings, our champions, our rules, activities regarding non-profit institutions, non-profit activities, donations, all that stuff. You can find it there, also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all the social media platforms.
Awesome, man. Well, we're definitely going to dig into that, and hopefully we can.
One quick question.
Go ahead,
boxing question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you bring back to WBO about your light heavyweight NABO champion tonight?
Okay, so basically what we do is all those prospective fighters that want to fight for world title contention, we always recommend trying to fight for regional titles.
Right.
Okay, the NABO title is a regional organization within the WBO, and when a fighter wins a regional title, it not necessarily guarantees world title contention within the WBO world rankings, but it basically opens the door to be considered for world title contention. Now Alfonso, if he gets classified within the top 15, he's got to fight one of the fighters ranked within those top 15 contenders, and the competition gets higher and higher and tougher because most fighters, there's always controversy with the proliferation of title belts because it creates a little bit of confusion.
Right.
But some fighters never get to the world title level. So the regional titles help them, build a fan base, a little bit more money, an opportunity that can create, but what about Andy Reese? He jumped the world.
Right.
So sometimes these regional titles can, set the door, open the path for a world title opportunity.
That's what I told him. We talked to him right before you, and I said that I pointed to the belt. I said that usually the next step. You see light at the end of the tunnel, man. And he said, "Yeah, man."
It's a tough division.
Right.
Oh,
it's
yes,
a tough division.
Very.
So now he's going to be, he's going to fight now. Probably the WBO. We don't approve any how we say cab driving.
Right.
He's got to be a tough competitor. He's got to comply with the requirements according to the title he's going to be fighting, whether he's going to defend the NABO or he's going to pursue a regional title, and we'll see from there.
I tell you what, appreciate the time, brother.
Do you have a card or anything?
Yes, I do. I have it. I do. This is my card. Let me see if I.
I'll take that 20.
Oh, I'm gonna use that 20 for dinner, man.
I'm quick.
This is my card. Whatever you guys need in Puerto Rico, you're more than welcome.
We was on. I had a welterweight on that recent card that Cotto had his guy. He just lost the rematch. Machado. Yeah, we had a guy on that card, man.
We're passing through sad times because the Mexicans are beating us, man.
Yeah. I think everybody was there saying, "Man, what's going on with Puerto Rico, man?"
But it's a cycle,
Yeah,
we're gonna get back on track.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of talent in Puerto Rico, a lot of champions, and the WBO. We got the best fighters. We got Lomachenko, we got Crawford, now Andy Reese, we got Kovalev, Billy Joe Saunders, Tanaka, Tete. Man,
quickly.
Navarrete.
Does Andy have any to not go to England? Because I know to sign on that deal,
Well, you know,
he had to sign up for.
The WBO as a sanctioning body does not get involved in promotional issues. We don't. We just basically require if a fighter wants to fight for the WBO title, we simply request their professional records, see if they comply with our rules, and we just approve the matches,
the fight.
Yeah,
itself.
and we just award the belt. The supervisor just enforces, interprets the rules, awards the belt.
Where their fights up to the promoter.
Yeah, the fights and the promoter.
I'll tell you what, man.
But right now he's the champion. So,
yes,
so
he is.
I would logically think that he has some leverage,
some kind of stroke,
some type of power in calling the shots. But you never know.
I just figured, he signed that to get that shot, and I'm sure it was in that contract that they get to name the rematch. But I tell you, man, I'm glad they want to go fight this kid again, because that's better for the American. Yeah. To me, it's way better.
It's going to be a great match for boxing, and he created like a new story. The first Mexican heavyweight champion.
He opened up the whole. He opened up.
And I'm a fan. And I'm a fan of the Englishman, man. He's a class act. That dude, man.
Class act. And Andy's a class act. In fact, we had him in Puerto Rico. I think it was not last week, the week before. We awarded him a custom-made special belt, WBO belt, stating first Mexican heavyweight champion.
Awesome.
And we had all our champions at the ceremony. We got Cotto, Ivan Calderon, Juanma Lopez, Viepa. Man, a lot of fighters, and also regional champs to try to support and give them the push for.
I tell you, man, he did a great thing that time, man. It was amazing to watch, and like you said, first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world, man.
And most importantly, man, he's very humble.
Awesome.
He's got his feet well put.
I've never met him, but I know a couple guys who have, and they say the same thing. They say the exact same thing, man. He should eat it up, man. He did something great.
All right, man. Well, great night, man.
It's a pleasure. No, it's a pleasure. My pleasure.
Absolutely,
What's the name of the podcast?
Soapboxing.
Soapboxing, people. You got to check it out.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
My man.
Okay. Good night, buddies.
Appreciate it.
Take care, buddies.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, we'll close out the show. Let's close it out.
Well, all right. Hey, despite some.